Good afternoon. I'm Alex from Fontaine Motors, and this is our Moonlight Blue B8 S5 Coupe Black Edition, LP65JFZ, one of the final, being a 2016 model year 3-litre supercharged S5s, the B8.5 some people like to call it. Black edition trim, as I say, Moonlight Blue Pearl with a two-tone leather interior that we will get to shortly. I'm going to do my usual. I will show you around the car, outside and in, one area at a time. I will highlight any imperfections or defects I see as we go around the car. I'll show you a few of the fitted optional extras, but if you'd like to see those in full, if you visit fontaine.co.uk, have a look in the ad for this car, where you will find the specification in full, as well as fully itemised service history. Let's get into it rather than me waffling for any longer. So you've had a general look around the front end there, particularly considering this is a 10-year-old car. It shows itself so well. Paint overall is lovely, but going in very, very close, so my phone's about 20 centimetres from the car, you'll see there are some small stone chips that have been neatly touched in, but there's nothing unsightly. There are no dents or scratches, no big bits of paint missing, anything like that. It shows itself really very nicely. I think Audi nailed the styling on these. It's a lovely design, and in this colour combination on these wheels it still looks young. Moving south, headlight on the offside, nice and bright and clear. Paint on the front bumper. Again, it's lovely. No damage to the lower grille or fog light. Real close on the paint there. Being a black edition car, you have gloss black styling pack, so there's no chrome on the radiator grille, and there's no damage on that grille either. Another nice bright headlamp, another undamaged grille, and another bumper with no scuff slowdown. Moving to the near side of the car. I've got my phone down nice and low, moving it around so you can see the reflections and alignment, which looks spot on. I don't see any dents to show you. All fits as it should. Paint looks lovely. Near side front wheel, let us call that an 8 out of 10, I think. I think they were refurbished 2 or 3 years ago. No particular damage, but if you go in close, there are some small marks on, so you can see it's sort of the 2 o'clock position. We've got a little nibble there. Tyres were replaced last year, all Continental Sport Contact 7. That one's probably still got 6 if not 7 millimetres on it, so that's only done a few thousand miles. Front brakes were renewed a couple of years ago. Might even be slightly more recent than that. No damage on the sill, just light stone chipping on the leading edge. No damage on the door mirror or the near side door. It's just going real close. You can find a couple of, like little focus. You going to focus? Not. A couple of tiny chips, but nothing of any significance. So inside this car, two-tone Sol Black and Lunar Silver with the contrast stitching as well. On the door panels and on the console, piano lacquer black inlays. The Lunar Silver Alcantara on the door panel. The seat centres are leather as well, but the same colour, and the contrast black leather. Bang & Olufsen speaker upgrade. Toys on the interior, I'll show you more of when we're in the car with it running. Standard Super Sport seats on S5, as I say, black and silver two-tone. Real nice condition on the passenger seat, electric adjustment. Access to the back, you pull the little paddle on the side. That top button will scoot it all the way forwards for access to the back. And the rear seats there, all looking good to my eye, no notable marks. if you want to be critical, if you look at the seat back, you'll see there are, just on the outside, there's some faint marks. They're not cuts or any deep scratches, they're just little marks where people will be getting in and out. And if you leave the seat tilted, when you put it back, it remembers where you had it before. That's the same on the driver and the passenger side, so you don't end up with either front or back passenger with their legs being squashed. Sunroof I'll show you working when we get round to the interior. Quarter panel, straight and shiny, no damage to highlight. No marks on the paint of the roof, although most of the roof is glass. Near side rear wheel, again I'd call that 8, 9 out of 10, 8, I don't know. I'm probably being overly critical. They look really nice, but if you go in close, there are some small marks. Again, matching Continental Sport Contact 7 tyre with 6+ millimetres of tread. You've got loads on that one. Round to the back. Rear glass bright and clear. No damage on the boot lid. Just see the reverse camera peeping out there. Really deep boot on S5 Coupe. With split folding rear seats and a through load as well, so you can throw bikes in these with the seats flat or do IKEA trips, no problem. And you do get a spare wheel on these. Toolkit lives underneath it. Rear bumper. I'm not sure this is going to show on film, but if you look going really, really close on the loading lip, there are some faint marks from loading. No big scratches, chunks, dents, anything like that, but you know, you can see it's been used. I don't think that warrants any remedial action. Down to the face of the bumper and the valance. There's tiny little marks, but really I'm nitpicking. Minimal pitting on the exhaust tips, impressively so for its age. I think everyone must have been kept really clean. And to the offside of the car. So again, I've got my phone down nice and low. Look at the alignment together. All spot on to my eye. Paint looks great, no dents. Offside rear wheel there. Guess what I'm going to say? It's pretty good, but you have got one little mark there. Matching Sport Contact 7, again, probably 6 millimetres of tread. No damage along the sill. No damage on the driver's door or door mirror. We have folding and electrically dimming door mirrors fitted to this car. Driver's door panel showing minimal signs of wear. You've got control there for the door mirrors, heated, electrically adjustable, folding, dimming, memory. Control there for the memory seats, electric tailgate opener, boot lid, tailgate. Flat bottom steering wheel on this car, leather of which is very nice, as it is on the gear lever and armrest. Driver's seat's in good condition, just with light wear on the outer bolster, nothing excessive. Back to where we left it. Pop the bonnet, ready to show you the engine bay. Offside front wheel there, matching Continental Sport Contact 7 with again about 6mm of tread on that one. Engine bay. Clean, tidy and standard. This is not a modified car. Final version of this engine. Audi made some little tweaks to it. Kept exactly the same power output, just for improved efficiency and emissions. Let's jump in. 67,837 miles. Keyless starting. Straight into a nice smooth idle. No warning lights on. MMI screen. We have going to drive select. Wake up car. Dum 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 dum. There we go. Drive select controls there. Letting us alter the settings for the engine and gearbox, weighting of the steering. Quattro Sport differential fitted to this car as per RS5, quite a rare factory option. And also option to tweak the exhaust note for a little bit more noise. Quite a nice sounding engine in these, I think. Navigation working as it should. Bluetooth with Bluetooth audio. DAB digital radio, although that's on FM currently. There we go, now we're on DAB. All of the other music sources there. Parking sensors front and rear with reversing camera. Dual zone climate control. There is a mini temperature adjuster for the vents in the back as well. With heated front seats. Ventilation in this car smells fresh, as does the interior in general. There's no indication we've had pets or a smoker in this car. It smells like an Audi. Sunroof, so we've got, let's close that up to start with. Slidey sunblind, that's just a manual push-pull job. The sunroof up for tilt. And then down to close. It doesn't slide on these because the roof's not very big and there's nowhere for it to slide to. Go. Back round to the beginning. I hope you found that video tour to have been helpful. If that has brought any questions to mind, if you'd like to discuss a part exchange, book a viewing, or want to know how a reservation system works, do of course reach out. Thanks very much indeed.